This week we show you how to spice up any room with a brand new laser cut acrylic sign. All this week on FabLab.
FabLab Episode 10, Laser Cut Signs. It's Thursday, July 21st, 2011. What's up?
I just want to tell you, I'm on our YouTube comments a lot because I like to respond to people and stuff. And one guy was like, "Well, before you switch to the chair, he's always like, why does Jacob always bounce on the ball?" And I'm like, well, he just likes to do that. But this is a different guy, and he said that he really loves your radio voice. That's what he told me.
Okay.
He on the intros.
Thanks.
Yeah. Just wanted to let you know that. So, Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Today's a very unique situation for FabLab because unfortunately we don't have the actual product, but it's a good, unfortunately, because...
Well, I mean, most of the time when we have it, we're kind of like...
Yeah, and it's not a good angle and stuff, so... But today's a good day.
Yeah. Have you had a good day?
Alabama. All right. So...
Let's start out with it, okay? So go ahead, head over to the showroom, where, as always...
the files are free.
Files are free, because that's the way we do things on FabLab. Check out the cool artistically slanted magnified pictures that I did, and download the files. This just is. I mean, of course, you're not gonna like put Sophie Davis on your door, but these are just some laser cut signs with some custom profile edges, and I just used some like little raster engraving to get these things looking awesome. So also want to go ahead and say congratulations goes to my sister Jill Davis.
Yes. And
because she's had her second and apparently last child, Sophie Lynn Davis, born yesterday, Wednesday.
Was it 7/13 or 7/12?
July 20th at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. 7 pounds, 13 ounces, 19 and a half inches long. So, congratulations. But that's pretty much what we were doing this for, in a way. We were wanting to like mess around with some laser cut signs, so I was like, that's a good situation. So, but this project uses the 3mm fluoro pink acrylic, which looks a little something like this in its raw format.
Which, when I was going over the files and stuff in prep, I realized same material we used last week, just different color, right?
Yeah,
for
pretty
the
much.
guns,
The trigger part of the gun was done with
green.
A fluoro green.
Yeah. This
is fluoro pink. And so you can see how you can use it on its own. You can also just
accompany it with another project.
With whatever. So, I mean, it's translucent, of course. And it's really cool. It has like this nice look. They don't really justify it here. You don't really notice how glowy it is. But it has like almost like an orange like edge glow to it.
Yeah.
When it's like all shiny and buffery. But it holds up pretty good. It's just standard 3mm acrylic. The one thing I do suggest that I did on the design files that I would do differently is either if you're gonna do that background texture like I had, one
of those you did have a texture, I think.
Like on here, you have the
kind of like a vine or something.
Yeah, you have like the vines and stuff behind it.
Yeah.
And then you have the letters on top. I would suggest to do the vines, the lightest engraving, and the name the darkest engraving. The heaviest raster engraving is what I mean. Just because on some of the tags it was kind of like they kind of blended together. You could feel it that it was different, but the color itself, the white, it was just kind of there.
And those turned out really well, like with the kind of transparent fluoro material. I mean, you can, and the cool thing about this is you can print pretty much anything on there because, generally easy to print and stuff, or laser cut. Now, this just hit me. You know, we did our FabLab sign a couple weeks ago. That had a lot of components. It was really heavy. You know, it used the EL wire and stuff. But if you just want to make a simple sign, maybe for a lot less, you know, that you just want to hang up on the wall.
This is a $50 project. It got me 2 like door signs that are about, you know, yay big.
Yeah, so you could easily do a $25.
It was on two P1 sheets.
Oh, okay.
The 2 signs were on their own sheet, the big signs, and then I have these little tags, like a little
what are those for?
bag
Like
tag or something.
Tags or something.
Yeah, you can stick like a little clip in there. You can get them at like some, you know, whatever craft store or something. And I mean, works out pretty well. So bear in mind that the middle part of the swirls and stuff are approaching too thin. You want to have those kind of protected. Don't get too open with that stuff because it will break. You know, you can look at the test cuts on the material page to see exactly what's going on there, because this will kind of give you an idea. It doesn't really give you an idea how strong those cuts are, but you can see when they start to bend. Don't go that small. You know, I wouldn't go anywhere below really 3 millimeter. Typically, what you do is don't go below the thickness of the material. Is what I normally do, unless it's real thick material. So, but yeah, let's see.
Me too. Oh gosh. So you know you used a really girl. I think didn't your sister pick those that font out?
Yeah, this was the font that she had for a vinyl cut thing that I made for her a while back.
I remember that.
That went on the wall, like big old letters.
Oh, yeah.
And all I did was just take the text and just stuck it in here in Corel. I did this in Corel.
I mean, even if you're not experienced with something like this, this is something really easy.
Really and truly, find a font that you like, type it in there, and then just make it outline blue and do the right format. Yeah. You can find that on Ponoko.com. And under their support, and they'll tell you exactly which program, how to do it, what they need. They even have little template files. It's really easy. But it works out really well because, you know, you get all these nice little edges, and I wanted a custom kind of shape to the signs, and it's pretty neat.
And these are projects like this make me excited when I do these shows because, you know, sometimes like T-Rex or the FabLab sign there, you know, some people don't want to throw out $100, $250 on a 3D printed project or, you know, whatever, a maker project. But hey, when you can get a cool little custom sign here for about between $25-$50, depending on how many. Yeah, I mean,
if you only had like one sign, I mean, it'd really only cost probably like less than $10.
Really? Okay.
And then the $50 is actually with shipping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're $50 out the door with all that stuff.
Yeah, that's to your house $50. That's with the Prime account that I have on Ponoko. That just gives you a little bit of discounts on materials and making cost. And then also on upcoming order, I figured out that if you go, I think it's over $100 on an order, you get free shipping on Prime. So that's always a plus.
All right, cool. Just looking at that, I mean, you could do any shape you want as long as it fits on the sheet, right? Depending on what sheet you order.
Yeah, so, you do whatever shapes you want. And I just did the little raster. You can do a vector engraving, which is the greens and greens, reds, and.
So how would you hang something like this on the wall? I mean, you could just like drill a hole in it.
Double-sided clear tape.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some of that 3M stuff works really good. 3M actually makes a really good removable clear adhesive. That's like the pool things. It's like the pool things that are white, but they're clear.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's really however you feel like. You could even like make into your product something to hang it. You know, like a hole through it. Deal. So.
All right.
But let's see.
I don't know. I think this is some of these projects. I mean, I get all excited about the really expensive projects, but these projects that are just like entry level that let you get into this stuff, because honestly, you can't go out and buy something like this in a store. Like this is
I mean, to get it customized as much as you have, it's really difficult, and then it gets really expensive to get something customized. You know,
if you went out
or
somewhere,
whatever. Yeah.
But of course, you don't have to get pink either.
Yeah, you can do any color you want. You can do any shapes you want. You can do any text or background things. I went over to the background images are from. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It's Vecteezy, and I will put that in the blog post there.
Okay.
But they have a bunch of free vector stuff that I use sometimes.
So all that's on there is free?
Yeah,
Cool.
pretty much all of these are free. There's some premium stuff on here, but they have other things besides vector stuff. But like patterns.
Yeah,
you know,
that would be something good for your background.
You know, you can do different patterns, and it's really cool. So, you know, you can see the pattern there, how it repeats. But all I did is I just went in here and searched for I think flowers or something like that. And then you can see you can come in here and find some different little shapes and things. And you can pick out a bunch of different things, and it brings it in. You know, here's some nice little flower things that you could put in there.
So this does actually make a really good newborn gift or even
anything.
a birthday gift.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a little custom little sign, there's also ways that you can you know, embed like an actual picture of a person. You can convert it to vector inside the Corel and other programs. They tell you all how to do all that on their website. You can find tutorials on the internet also as well. But you can see a lot of the stuff that you can do with these, and of course it's not going to look like that when you come out on the laser cut, but it's still really cool. But yeah, I'll add that link in there just as like a little, hey, these were by whoever, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, really simple project, really cheap, awesome. So yeah, thanks for joining us this week on FabLab. As always, you can follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinghuge, FreakingHuge. You can check out his blog, jroberts.me, and gplus.to/freakinghuge. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones, and nickjones.me, gplus.to/nickjones.
And also, the month of August is coming up,
Ooh,
and our first project is going to be cardboard oriented, and we would like to have all of the projects in August to be cardboard oriented. So send us your suggestions at fab@pbcasttv.com, and we will try to get those in. But get them in quick, because
now when you think about cardboard, it doesn't have to be like something flimsy, because you were just telling me about a project that we're going to do.
Corrugated cardboard. I mean, we're looking at making some shelves. I mean, you can even make the dinosaur that we have back here out of cardboard.
Yeah.
It's a very nice material.
I'm really excited
cheap,
about this.
Very, very cheap. I mean,
okay,
you can get a big old sheet of cardboard for like $1.
Really? Okay.
And of course, the making time is where it comes into play.
Still.
But I mean, really cheap stuff. It's good for prototyping and different things if you want. But
cardboard wants us to make him a house. Yeah, we could do that.
But
a mini house.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. But it's fun to just make different things out of cardboard, because it's recyclable. It's already been recycled once. So then once you're tired of looking at the project, you could recycle it again, because cardboard is constantly recyclable to a point. So all
right, I guess that pretty much does it, even though I said that, for this episode of FabLab. Make sure to check out blog.ponoko.com. We were looking at some really cool posts going up there. We were interested in that QR stuff they've got up there, and also a camera a guy actually made, I think that was. And then also twitter.com/Ponoko, right? I mean, they're really good about responding to people. I know Kristen is talking. I think they've got some new guy coming in.
You got Kristen, and you have Josh Junkins, and I think Tech Knight posts a lot on there. They're some of the main Twitter blogger people. Tweeters. And check it out.
So until next time, I'm Nick Jones.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
This has been another episode of FabLab.
Oh yeah.